Okay.
Hello and welcome. My name is Kristen Adams, and I'm a staff development facilitator at the Carbon-Lehigh Intermediate Unit. And we have the pleasure of working with students throughout the Carbon-Lehigh Intermediate Unit and also districts that are in our consortium. And this month, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Dr. Ott. She is our ESL Educator of the Month for the month of December. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
We're so excited to have you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How many years have you been in education?
Okay, so I'm coming up on my 35th year of being an educator. This was a second career. So I was a corporate secretary. I had 4 children. I was raising them, but I was still taking classes because I knew I always wanted to be a teacher. So I was going to do that no matter what. So I kept taking courses and got my teaching certificate and started teaching biology, high school biology. And then because of my business background, I decided that I probably could make an impact as an administrator. And so I got my principal certification and was at Potts Grove High School, Emmaus High School, and then high school principal in Northampton for 8 years. And when I finished that, then I came to the district office. So I've been now in the district office here for 13 years. I'm in my 13th year here. So that's my background. And the reason I did decide to be a teacher is because I love kids. And I have a real soft spot in my heart. Certainly I'm a secondary person, but over the years I've learned a lot about pre-K. And so now I'm a big pre-K advocate as well.
You do some amazing work there and you have a lot of experience. So it's such an honor to be with you today. So you're coming from the Northampton area school district. So what is your favorite thing about Northampton?
Well, so I've been here 21 years. And when I came here as a high school principal, the thing that impressed me then and the thing that I would share with people even today is that the students at Northampton area school district are wonderful young people. They're just down to earth, nice people. And I know from being in a lot of other districts, that's not true everywhere. But here, the kids they're just great. They're human beings, they're down to earth, they're caring, and they're extremely generous. So I would say my favorite thing about Northampton would be the students that are here in the district.
You do have some amazing students, and it's so fortunate that you got to see them develop and grow such a passion from pre-K all the way to high school. That's amazing. So everybody, I feel like, has a hidden talent. Dr. Ott, do you have a hidden talent you could share with us?
Well, actually, I do. I'm a cake baker and designer. So I've been doing cakes professionally for 46 years. So I do all kinds of wedding cakes. I carve cakes, specialty cakes. If I can get a picture of something, I can turn it into a cake. And so I've continued to do that. I did all my children's wedding cakes. I did all their friends' wedding cakes. But now people call me, and so I probably do two to three wedding cakes a year for just people who contact me. And if you would like to see my cakes, you could go online and just search Kathy Bakes Cakes, and you can see some of my cakes.
Awesome. We'll definitely put the link in our video as well to your cakes. That's such a great talent. I love that. Yeah. So what is the best cake or your favorite cake to eat?
Oh, I love them all, but most recently I got the best recipe for a carrot cake, a new carrot cake, and a new banana cake, which I love. But I will say I have 4 children and 8 grandchildren, and hands down, they love my just plain white cake. That's their favorite, if you can believe that.
Well, with your 4 kids and 8 grandkids, I guess you're making a cake a month over there.
I do a lot of cakes for my family as well.
Speaking of cakes, I know there's something big coming up at the end of December. What kind of cake are we going to have for retirement for you?
Well, retiring December 31st, and I'm going to be very sad to leave education, but I don't think you ever leave education. So I'm sure I'm just going into the next phase of my life, and I'm sure I'll be very busy there and using the talents that I've been fortunate enough, the things I've been fortunate enough to learn over these years, because I want to keep using that. Because when you work so hard, as you know, Kristen, and all of you who watch this video, when you're in education, you work hard and you learn so much. And I thought, well, I can't just learn all this and then go home and retire and not do anything. So I'm sure I'll be doing something.
Well, I'm going to be following you on your website, and I'll be contacting you. That's for sure.
Okay, all right, that's great.
So, Dr. Ott, what inspired you to become an educator?
I just always loved school. And when I was a little girl, in elementary school, the way I'd study for tests is I had a school set up in my basement. So I'd go down and I'd be the teacher and I would teach the things I had to be studying for tests in school. And when I was in high school, I had an amazing biology teacher, and she inspired me to go into teaching. And biology and math and science were my first love, and I love biology. So that's when I became a biology teacher.
It is truly amazing the power of a teacher. And that is evident, I feel like, and the more of our successful educators we talk to, the more we see it. One educator can make all the difference in an entire career for a student.
Absolutely. We touch lives for sure.
So technology is the thing right now. So how does technology impact our teaching and learning right now?
Well, I've always looked at, and still do, look at technology as one more tool, because I think the most important thing in a classroom is teachers need to make connections. They need to build relationships with their students. And then I've always said that once you build a bridge with a student, you can take them anywhere. You can teach them anything. And so technology is one more way that we can build relationships with students and teach them the content area that we're trying to teach them. I would say that also for consideration, using technology would be to enhance student engagement. And so getting them to the whole rest of the world through technology. We can't do that just from the classroom, but we can take them anywhere through technology. So that's exciting to improve student engagement. And I would always encourage teachers as well to use technology so that they would also have teacher engagement. So if they don't know something and they would like to learn anything or have access to anything, they can do that through technology. So that's a really big piece in education, a wonderful tool.
There's so much you can do with technology. And I think you highlighted it beautifully when you said you first make that bridge with your students and you can take them anywhere. I absolutely love that. So if you could pass on any piece of wisdom, I know you've been a very valuable piece of our consortium with our ESL teachers and staff, what would you pass on to them?
I would encourage everyone in education, and especially during this time with COVID, because it's been difficult in a lot of ways. And primarily because it's so hard to maybe make the connections we want with the students during this period of time. But I would encourage all educators to always go back and remember why they became a teacher, because they love kids and they want to impart that knowledge and that caring to them because they care about who they are going to become. So in order for all of us to become the best we can be, we need to always go back to that first love and remember that we really care about kids. And that helps a lot. So, and think about those times when you know you've made a difference in a child's life. That'll keep you going. So till we get through this COVID, and then there is life after COVID, I'm sure.
Well, Dr. Ott, you have such a wonderful perspective on education, and it is evident that your love for teaching carries you all the way through those 35 years. So I hope all of us listen to this and really take that to heart. We have to remember why we're here. This is really difficult times right now, but when you put on those cement shoes, it's going to get us through to that next season.
That's right. That's right. And that's very appropriate for me because Northampton, we're the concrete kids. So, so good line there. I like that very much.
So thank you for encouraging us today. And as you can see, this was a nomination to our ESL Educator of the Month. And you can see why Dr. Ott has put on those cement shoes for 35 years. And now she's going into the cake business. And it's just been such a pleasure being with you today. So thank you so
very
much, Dr. Ott.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate all of you. And I wish you well.